This episode is sponsored in part by Lucky Duck Games. Check out their Kickstarter coming soon. Welcome to Tantrum House Studio D. I'm Kevin Delp. Today I'll be looking at board games launching the second half of March 2019. I know this is a little later than usual. I just got back from vacation. We gave away a copy of Codenames Harry Potter in the last video, and I've already contacted the winner, and if you've missed it, your name is in the description below. I have a copy of Railroad Ink from Siphon, the Blazing Red Edition. Come back at the end of the video, and you can find out how to enter, so you can see how you can win this copy of Railroad Ink. Let's get started on today's video. These first few launch on March 18th. Big Kid Games launches Complexcity. It's a game for 2 to 4 players. It plays in about 45 to 60 minutes, and the designer is Jay Cormier with Sen Foong Lim, and it is a tile laying game. Lay Waste Games launches Life Siphon, a game for 2 to 4 players. It takes about 20 to 40 minutes to play. It is a battle game where you're collecting units, putting them into the battleground, and you're always attacking the player to your left. Japanime Games launches 3 games in one campaign. Argoat is for 3 to 5 players and takes about 45 to 60 minutes to play. Pralaya is for 2 to 5 players and takes about 20 minutes to play. And there's Miraris that's for 3 to 6 players and takes only 10 to 20 minutes to play. These next few launch on March 19th. Grey Fox Games is partnering with King Raccoon Games to bring Tsukuyumi Full Moon Down back to the market. It's a game for 3 to 5 players and takes about 90 to 150 minutes to play. I know that we were talking to Alex from Grey Fox Games on our podcast, and he said one of the major improvements to the game are some miniatures being added. Black Forest Studio brings Crave, a game that plays in about 25 to 35 minutes. It's a deck-building game where the vampires are battling the hunters. Genius Games is bringing Nerd Words Science, a game for 2 to 12 players. It takes about 15 to 30 minutes to play. It's a party game where teams are trying to get their teammates to guess certain science-themed words. MisDirection, a game for 2 to 8 players. It takes about 10 to 25 minutes to play. You have found a treasure and you're trying to keep it all for yourself. It has hand management and some player elimination. History and Action Games is bringing Sea Rovers, a game for 1 to 4 players. It takes about 1 to 3 hours to play, and it is designed and illustrated by Van Overbay. It is a pirate-themed game. OverBattle, the All War, is for 2 to 4 players, but you can get an expansion to take it to 5 and even 6 players. But the game takes 2 to 4 hours to play. It is defined as 4X Game Refined by Syther Gaming. Board and Dice launches Exodus Chronicles, a game for 2 to 6 players. It takes about 1 to 3 hours to play. In the game, you take on the role of one of 6 human factions fighting for survival and dominance in an empire-building saga of epic proportions. It has area control, some auction bidding, dice rolling, grid movement, modular board, and more. SB Games relaunches VikingJarl, a game for 2 to 4 players and takes about an hour to play, all set in the Viking Age. HutChu Enterprises launches Plunderbund, a game for 2 to 5 players. It takes about 90 to 180 minutes to play. In the game, you're leading a guild with the power to decide where your finite resources will be invested. Mr. B Games launches Vintage Racers on March 21st. North Star Games was going to launch Oceans a while back, and I mentioned it in a previous video, but they are supposedly launching on March 25th now. These next few will also launch on March 25th. Cranio Creations is bringing an expansion to Lorenzo EdenMagnifico called the Pazzi Conspiracy. 524 Labs is re-implementing Area 1851 with Area 1851 Express, a game for 3 to 5 players. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes to play. It has some card drafting, hand management, and set collection. The Game Brewer launches Fujiko Row, a game for 1 to 6 players. It takes about 1 to 2 hours to play. In the game, you're exploring the temple, trying to find as many relics, scrolls, and monks to bring back safely to the shogun before the volcano erupts. These next few launch on March 26th. Fisher Heaton Games launches Gartenbau, a game for 1 to 4 players. It takes about 45 to 75 minutes. It is designed by David Abelson and Alex Johns, and illustrated by our very own Will Meadows. In the game, players place and layer tiles in a tableau in an effort to meet the growing requirements of specifically drafted flower tiles. Black Sea Interactive launches Imnia, a game for 2 to 4 players. It takes about 90 to 120 minutes to play. In the game, you take on the role of a medieval lord who, in pursuit of power and glory, seeks to prove yourself as a great ruler. Tidbit Games launches Crumbs, a game for 2 to 4 players. It takes about 30 to 60 minutes to play. Overpowered Game Mats is bringing game mats to Kickstarter, and I'll talk about this more in my next video. Indie Boards and Cards is launching Potemkin Empire, a game for 3 to 5 players. It takes about 45 minutes to play. It's set in Russia, 1787. There's some card drafting, hand management, and a little take that. Consumable Logic launches Holland, a game for 2 to 4 players. It takes about 30 to 45 minutes to play. It's a pick up and deliver game. Weta Workshop launches District 9, the board game, a game for 2 to 4 players. It takes about 90 to 180 minutes to play. It's got a lot of mechanisms in it, but it says it's going to let you relive the sci-fi classic. Rookie Mage Games launches Don't Get Stabbed, the card game, a game for 3 to 5 players. It takes about 15 to 30 minutes to play. Wordforge Games launches Pocketland Ship, a game for 1 to 2 players. It takes about 15 to 45 minutes to play, set in a steampunk universe. It's got co-op play and some dice rolling. On March 27th, Furious Tree Games launches Widget Ridge, a game for 1 to 2 players that takes about 15 to 45 minutes to play. It's a steampunk-themed deck-building game. Players take turns generating gold and making spark, purchasing new inventions from the marketplace of ideas, and combining these in their workshop to make larger, crazier machines. The Pandemonium Institute launches Blood on the Clock Tower on March 28th, a game for 5 to 20 players. It takes about 30 to 120 minutes to play. In late March, Dr. Finn's Games launches Cosmic Run Mining Colony, a game for 1 to 2 players. It takes about 20 to 40 minutes to play. It has some simultaneous action selection, some tile placement. These next few launch sometime late March, I'm not sure exactly when, as Mahdi Games launches One Deck Galaxy. I believe there's Folklore Affliction, Dinos Not Assembled, and Magnate. Well, from this list, we'll be doing some preview videos for Life Siphon from Lay Waste Games, Crave from Black Forest Studios, Nerdword Science from Genius Games. Let's see what else. We'll be putting together videos for Area 1851 Express and Gartenbau, and I think that might be it. Nope, we'll also be doing one for Cosmic Run Mars Colony. So look forward to seeing some of those videos coming out shortly from Tantrum House. Well, how can you enter for a chance to win this copy of Railroad Ink, the Blazing Red Edition? Well, in the comments below, tell me what board games you're interested in from the list from this video, and I'll pick a winner in a couple weeks, and that'll be awesome. Well, don't forget all the cool stuff that's happening here at Tantrum House. Watch our videos. We'd love for you to subscribe to our channel. And we've got our own April 2nd Kickstarter launching for Season 6 of Tantrum House. We'd love for you to support us. So look forward to more news about that coming out shortly. Thanks again. This episode is sponsored in part by Colossal Games. Check out their Kickstarter for Papillon coming soon.